Thank you for joining the Raspy Voice Kids. If you've been here before, we thank you for joining again. If you've never been here, but you love the Mountaineers, we've always been family. You just didn't know it yet.
Raspy Voice!
My name is Brandon Phoenix, a.k.a. I Also Hate Pitt. I'm joined by J.N. Fiend, a.k.a. Jeremy Phoenix. We are brought to you by Sandwich University, a.k.a. Sandwich U, located on 461 High Street in Morgantown, West Virginia. When you show up, make sure you tell them that the Raspy Voice Kids sent you. And we also are presented and sponsored by Shrinkables.
Shrinkables!
Today, we want to get started on pop culture. We want to give you a little bit of non-sports conversation. We want to talk about something that has become an epidemic in the dating world. So many people are enduring this. So many people are doing this. So many people need to stop. What am I talking about? Ghosting.
What is ghosting? Here's the thing. I didn't even know what ghosting was. After you explained it, I understood the concept. But break down for us what ghosting is.
Well, it's not complicated, really. You're talking to a male or a female. You're having a conversation. Maybe it's an extended conversation. Maybe you've even been on some dates. And then suddenly, without any notice, it stops. Either
Without
you
a
or the
trace.
other person ceases all communication, does not respond to text messages, to Snapchats, to any kind of communication, as if you have fallen off the face of the earth. You have ghosted, disappeared. You're gone.
Now maybe that label. I think we've all are familiar with this. I wasn't familiar with the actual words or the label that was put on it. I do know, and I have heard of stories where just people quit talking. They just quit talking. Can't find them. Can't see them. Can't friend them. Can't inbox them. They just out. They gone.
They
ghosted.
ghost. And the truth is, adults do not ghost. Now I know what you're gonna say. You're going to start out by telling me about all the people you know over the age of 18 who have ghosted. Some people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. But I will reiterate, adults do not ghost. You understand me? Particularly men. If you are a man, the way we were raised to be men, when you have an issue, when you have a problem, when you have anything that needs to be conveyed to another person, you do it in person, face to face.
This is true, but you said they don't ghost. What you mean to say is they shouldn't ghost. Adults shouldn't ghost. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of adults. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are watching right now. I can tell you about a story where last week they were talking to this dude or talking to this girl, and then poof, what happened?
But that's what I'm saying. I guess what I should say better is that it's not adult behavior. Is that better?
They shouldn't. I think you should say that they shouldn't.
They shouldn't ghost. If you're a real man, you handle yours. You're not feeling her, tell her, I don't like your haircut, okay? Or your breath stinks, all right? Or you can't dress, right? Whatever it is, right? Or if you're too busy, or if you don't have enough money to take her out, tell her. And ladies, if you're not feeling a dude because his edge up's not right, or his hair's not washed, or he still lives with his mom, tell that dude. Tell him he plays too much Fortnite. Tell him he watches March Madness over hanging out with you. Whatever it is, tell him.
I feel like you just have the decency to just let him know what's up.
Let him know what's good.
Look, Jay-Z says it the best. He said, look, you're not feeling me fine. It'll cost you nothing. Pay me no mind. That's all that matters. You tell him, you let him know what it is. After that, if he's still trying to blow you up or she's still trying to blow you up, but it's not ghosting. You let him know what it is. Let him know. Just keep it real. Have a conversation. That's what we've always been raised. Having a conversation is so much simpler. It's so much easier to just have that conversation than to beat around the bush and be out and then have to answer questions. Look, be an adult the way you should be and have a conversation. You're not feeling them? Let them know. Then be out.
Because then what happens if you show up at the club and there they are? What are you going to do then? Or what happens if you're at the mall or you're out washing your car or whatever it is you're doing and that person shows up? Now you got to deal with it. It's been a week, like 2 weeks, a month.
I feel like this happens all the time. I feel like we should be taking calls right now.
I wish we could.
About people's experiences when they've been out and they were like, oh man, yo, I just didn't even talk to her no more. Boom, all of a sudden she's in your face. Now you have to explain or come with the, oh, stuff in my life has just been crazy right now. Come on, man.
It's always been crazy. But the bottom line is the truth is people make time for what they want. Nobody's ever too busy for you. That's not real. If they're too busy, they're not interested. That's the bottom line. Which leads us to our next phenomenon, which is breadcrumbing, which in my estimation is worse than ghosting. Breadcrumbing is when you're not really feeling a person, so you kind of cut off communication, but every week or 2 weeks you might like an Instagram post. Maybe you had a little bit to drink, so you text or call at 2 a.m. And in those cases, you're just continuing the conversation. That way you leave the door open in case your other girl or other dude disappears or is not feeling you or you're not feeling them. Or if you're bored and you want conversation, then you can holler at them. Breadcrumbing to me is worse. Breadcrumbing is non-committal. At least with ghosting, it's at least final. With breadcrumbing, you won't even commit to being done, let alone have the conversation about it.
Breadcrumbing is first of all, that's the first time I've ever heard that expression. I don't know where I've been. That's the first time I've ever heard that expression, breadcrumbing. Hansel and Gretel over here. I don't know.
Breadcrumbing always makes me think of Can't Hardly Wait. Breadcrumbs, mi amigo. No, not Can't Hardly Wait. With Melissa Joan Hart and Adrian Grenier.
Oh, you're talking about how did we forget this?
Yeah, it's our movie. It's our movie. Don't judge us. This is gonna kill me. Look, I'm gonna just Google it right now.
Oh man,
because that was my movie. And when the dude like kind of gets lost and he's trying to be like he's more than what he really is, his friend says, "Breadcrumbs, mi amigo."
The thing about breadcrumbs is it's selfish. That's why it's worse than ghosting. It's completely selfish. You keeping them on the line just in case you want to come back around. And a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people probably think, oh, we'll just keep them on the line. No big deal. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. But come on, let's be for real.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's beyond harsh. That's beyond harsh and beyond ridiculous. You don't like them? Let them go. Cut them off. Their feelings are involved. They're probably, you message them and they're hanging on every word. Let them go. You're not feeling them fine. Like I said, let them go.
Pay him no mind. Adrian Grenier, Melissa Joan Hart in Drive Me Crazy.
Drive me crazy.
Breadcrumbs, mi amigo. All right, we're aging ourselves a little bit. What I want to say to you, though, is ghosting you have no control over. When ghosting happens, the other person makes a decision. There's nothing you can do. Breadcrumbing, on the other hand, that's up to you. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, okay? So when they cut off communication, they start acting funny, they start playing games, end that, dead that, or have the conversation to say, what's really good, what's going on? What's going on? And if you ask them, do you love me? And they tell you, girl, I'm sorry. I only love my bed and my mom.
I only love my bed and my mom.
Girl, I'm sorry. Then what do you, then now you know. Now you know. That's, at least you had the conversation, but you're in control when there's breadcrumbing because you allow yourself to be played. You allow yourself to be strung along. You allow yourself to be like, they're just feeling me out. If I just do this, that, or the other, or if they see me with another dude or another girl, then they're going to think I'm fly and they might try to holler. Listen, breadcrumbing's up to you. You decide when to cut that off. Ghosting, that's on the other person.
For the most part, you can only be played if you allow yourself to be played.
Yeah.
Real talk. You'll see the signs, you'll see things. Then you'll have, you'll talk yourself into certain things. Stop it. See it for what it is. I remember seeing a quote. It says, people will show you who they are, but we choose to believe what we want to believe. We want to see them in a certain way, so we force them into this mold. Stop it. Be for real with yourself. 2 + 2 always equals 4.
Always.
Keep it real with yourself. Don't get played. And let these kids, these children who are playing these breadcrumbing, ghosting games, trick. Let them go.
Let it go. Let it go. Asta.